Hello everybody, it's Emma. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how I go from this to a fully fledged Victoria's Secret looking model. Basically, I'm going to show you guys the Victoria's Secret model makeup. They're very pinky, glowy, just very skin-like finish. I'm obsessed with their makeup, so I'm so excited to show you guys how they do it. I hope you guys enjoy and hopefully you guys can follow along and we can look like VS models together. So let's get started. First, most importantly, I'm gonna put my hair back just so it's not all in my face. Also, if I'm looking that way, it's because my mirror's there. We're ready to start the makeup. So first, most importantly, skin prep. I always like to spritz my face with setting spray before. This one's by Charlotte Tilbury. This one is probably the best one. I find whenever I spritz my face before, it just makes the makeup sink into my skin, which is exactly what we want. And then I always go in with some sort of serum when I first start my makeup, and this creates that really nice skin-like finish, and it also just makes the makeup glide onto your skin. Also, look at my forehead. Can you guys see that? I have fake tan on my face and it's gone all crackly and disgusting. So it's kind of absolutely feral. You can't really see it on this camera, which is good, but it's absolutely disgusting. So hopefully this makeup will cover it. The serum's on. Make sure you mix it or spread it all the way down to your chest, because I found something online that your skin from your face doesn't end till like at your nipples. So when you do your skincare, you're meant to bring it all the way down to your chest, which I don't do, but I'm going to start trying to do. Now I'm just going to go in with some moisturizer. This one's by Charlotte Tilbury, which is super bougie. Obviously you can use any moisturizer you want, but I'm going for that VS model look, so I might as well use a bougie moisturizer. Once again, blend it down the neck. Look how pale my face is. Yuck! Let me know who your favorite VS model was, because mine has always been, I don't even know how to say her name. I think it's Romy or Rome or something. I'm obsessed with her. I love her. I think she's just the sweetest soul. The skin is prepped and now ready to start. It should be looking super hydrated, super glowy. So let's start the makeup. First, we're actually going to start with a cream contour, because the VS models have that really nice natural glow, and how you achieve that is by underpainting, which means you do contour first. This is by far my absolute fave contour, and I'm just going to use a big fluffy, oh my god, there's a hair in here. Yuck. Ew. Okay, yuck. My god, there's hair on my brush. Now you're meant to put it where the sun naturally hits your face. So that's the forehead. And then what they do is they actually put it, not their high cheekbone, they put it on their lower cheekbone. So around there. Like that, which is very strange because I normally put my contour up so high. It kind of like chisels the face a little. By the way, I'm basing this off a tutorial that I watched that the actual Victoria's Secret angels made, and I'm thinking surely they do a bit more than this, because they didn't even wear foundation. And obviously make sure you really get into that hairline, because there's nothing worse than when you get a really bad makeup hairline, which I've had before. Insert the photo. It is tragic, but I've learned from my mistakes and now I really blend it in. Also blend it down the neck and onto the chest. Something I really like to do is just bring it down here, because it slims your neck a bit, so don't put it in the middle. You guys are gonna see I'm gonna be putting a ton of makeup on my chest, because I feel like, I don't know why people stop doing makeup from here, but I'm already looking a bit more bronzed, which is perfect because I was looking like a pasty ghost. Now it's time to even out the skin tone. Okay, sorry if the camera angle changed. You guys saw that? It just friggin' felt. For my foundation, I love to use the e.l.f. Halo Glow. It's such a nice natural coverage. I apply it in a downwards triangle. So you do a little bit on your forehead, a little bit here, like that. See, it's like a triangle, pretty much where you didn't put your contour. This stuff blends so nicely. Now I'm going to use this setting spray. I use this between every single step. Trust me, you need to do this because it will make your makeup blend so much nicer. Obviously, you guys know I love to be tan, and I used to use a really dark foundation. I'll actually show you guys. Like, you can see the difference. It was super orange, but I've found that using a bit more of a lighter foundation looks a lot better, because it doesn't leave you looking orange, and then you can just warm up your face with bronzer later on. So that's a big tip. If you feel like sometimes you look a little bit too orange, stick with a lighter foundation and then just brighten up your face with bronzer. Really spend your time just blending that stuff in because you do not want to look like a cakey mess. Now it's time for the concealer, and when I do this look, I love to use a brush. So I use a little brush like this one. I think this one's from Sports Girl. As you can see, it's quite little. It just makes the makeup blend in so much nicer and more skin-like, which is exactly what we want. Now whenever I use this product in my TikToks, everyone's like, what is that? Where can I get it? La-di-da-di-da. But it's the Rem Beauty Concealer. It's in the shade Light, and this stuff will literally last all day long. Like if you put this on, it will not be coming off. So I like to just put a little bit under my eyes. As you can see, it's literally blends like perfectly into my skin tone, which is so good. And this obviously just lightens up your face, but it also just adds some really nice coverage. And then I'll just add it wherever I have a few red spots or a few breakouts. You really don't want to go crazy with this because obviously we're trying to keep the coverage super minimal and the makeup super natural. So I try and keep it pretty tame when I do this, even though I just added like a fucking shit ton under my eyes, but oh well. I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but spritz your face like 24/7. You never can spritz your face enough. Now I'm gonna use the same brush that I use for pretty much everything. I used to strictly use a beauty blender. I feel like when I used a beauty blender, it was wasting so much product. So now I just stick with a brush. I haven't cleaned this brush since I've gotten it, which you can probably tell, which is absolutely feral, but I just can't be asked. Let me know how often you guys clean your makeup brushes. Like, do you do it once a week? Like, what's your routine? Because I hope I'm not a disgusting pig. I never clean them. Like, I tell myself I should do it once a week, but does that happen? No. The longer you spend blending, the better your makeup will look. I heard this really good quote. Well, it's not really a quote, it's more like a fact, like a saying, or like a thought. I don't know. I heard this good thing. Instead of using makeup to cover up your insecurities, use it to enhance things you love. And I feel like that's so true, because if you like shove a ton of makeup onto your face to cover up your insecurities, then it's just gonna look super cakey. So instead, just focus on what you love and enhance that when you do your makeup. The base is kind of done. It's looking super nice, super natural, but you guys know me, I love to look really bronzed, and obviously I have fake tan on right now, so my chest is still a bit darker than my face. So I'm going to use this Charlotte Tilbury contour wand. I actually got a new one. I got sent this somehow. I don't know how. I scream. I love Charlotte Tilbury. You guys know, literally, it's the best. So I'm going to use this. This is going to be so satisfying. Normally I apply it literally like where I apply highlighter, but when I'm doing my VS makeup, I like to apply it a little bit lower, so kind of on the lower end of your cheekbone. This just really will sculpt the face and add more of a natural definition, which is what you want. Then I do a little bit on the chin and then on the jaw, and then we'll go to the nose later, so I'm not even gonna touch the nose. Guess what's next? Like, I go through about 5 of these a day. Obviously I'm being dramatic, but I go through setting sprays like no one's business because I use them constantly. As you blend, you really want to pat. You don't want to drag, because if you drag, you're just going to take off all the makeup you put on. So just pat and blend upwards. For this, just kind of blend kind of in a little big fat circle on the lower part of your cheekbone. For the jawbone, just go like this. I do not have a jawbone. I don't know why. I don't think I was born with the jawbone. Like, when I turn to the side, it's appalling. So I always like to really try and sculpt out that jawline of mine. And for this, just really blend into the hairline. If you're not as tanned as me, aka you're not orange, then you don't have to do this step. I just love to be super, super bronzed, so I always do extra bronzer. I feel like VS models always have that really nice bronzed look. Is Victoria's Secret even a thing anymore? I'm not even sure. I actually never watched Victoria's Secret models growing up. Thank God. I feel like that would have been really toxic, because obviously they were all the exact same people in different fonts. Do you know what I mean? Seeing on TikTok now that I think they're being a bit more inclusive, which is good, but yeah, thank God I didn't watch that growing up. Now it's time for my favorite part, which is blush. I don't know if I love or hate blush. I only allow 2 blushes on my face at the moment. Will I change my mind? Yes. And the first one is this one, which I'm running quite low, and I'm going to apply this one like the upper cheekbone, and I do like 3 dots, but for this makeup look, since it's very, very blushy, I'm gonna do a few more dots, because obviously the VS models, they have that really blushy pinky look, which I think is just so girly and so cute. Now as you blend, what you're going to want to do is you're going to blend into your outer corner, just like this. So blend upwards and then kind of just blend into the outer corner. See how pretty that blush is? It gives the nicest natural glow. I'm gonna put a little bit of blush on my nose. I don't like blush on my nose, but for this I feel like I need a little. I'm just gonna do it on the bridge of my nose. I feel like if you do the tip, sometimes it looks a little bit silly. I'm just gonna do the bridge. I'm gonna do a little bit more just because I feel like this needs to look a bit more blushy. I'm gonna really focus on like the high points of my face. Okay, we're almost done with the cream products. Now I'm gonna use this, which looks absolutely feral. Do you want to see? Obviously the VS models have that really glowy look, and this product is perfect. I like to use my finger to apply it because I find if I apply it with this, it kind of looks a bit, I don't know. I'm gonna put it high up on my cheekbone and also my brow bone. See how pretty that is? But it kind of gives that like inner glow look, which I love. Oh, so pretty. And I love a good nose highlight, so what I do is don't do it there, just do the tip of your nose and the bridge of your nose, but leave a gap in between because that creates a really nice kind of button-nosed effect. And then I love to put highlight on my cupid's bow. So glowy, so beautiful. I absolutely love it. Now I'm just gonna go in and just really blend that all in together so I don't have a big fat line across my face of highlighter because that's not that pretty. Okay, the cream products. My armpits are so ugly from fake tanning. But the cream products are done, and now it's time for the powder products. But first we're gonna do the brows and the signature eye look. If you guys watched my other video, you know this is my holy grail product. It is the best of the best. If you don't do your makeup without this, what are you doing? In all honesty. But seriously, this is really, really good. So I like to really like scrape the pan, and I always use a beauty blender because it just picks up the makeup so much better. And then I just set under my eyes, and can you see how that just lifts up the face, and it also just closes the pores a little, or small, I don't know, it just makes the pores not as visible, so it just really makes your makeup look so nice and flawless. And I put this in my T-zone, so pretty much anywhere where you're a little bit more oily, I put this. Oh, now I'm going to quickly go into the brows. I probably should have done this at the start, but not gonna lie, I kind of forgot. Victoria's Secret models have that really natural feathery brow. Definitely not the soap brow. So I'm just going to go in with obviously Benefit brow products. I think they are by far the best. And I'm going to start by just lifting up my brows or just brushing through them. And as you can see, they're a little bit sparsy, so I'm just going to fill them in a tiny bit just to give that really nice feathery brow look. Follow your natural brow line and just fill it in. I feel like if your brows look good, you look good. I don't know what it is, but I feel like brows make the biggest difference, so spend a lot of time just making sure that they look perfect. And I always avoid the start of my brows because as you can see, they're a little bit lighter at the start. Start from here onwards, but I never do that front bit. The brows are all filled in, and now just to ensure that they stay in place, I'm going to put in this brow gel just to make sure that they look nice all day. And as you can see, I'm not brushing them up too much because I feel like that soap brow trend is definitely not Victoria's Secret vibe. So I'm just going to really follow the natural way that my brows kind of want to go. I'm going to quickly go in with my blush and just really blush it up my face. I feel like you can't really have enough blush with this look. Well, you probably most definitely can. Don't go crazy. Actually, do whatever you want, but I'm not a very blushy girl. I'm going to use this brush. I get all my brushes from Sports Girl. They're super cheap, but also Amazon has really, really good brushes. So if you're looking for like a big pack, definitely recommend going to Amazon for your brushes. And as you can see, I kind of bring it into the eye again. Now it's time for the iconic eye look. It's a very natural, bronzy, kind of smoky, sexy eye. I love it. So I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury palette. How pretty is this? And as you can see, these are all the colors. So I'm going to go in first with that more kind of bronzy brown. Even if you don't have an eyeshadow palette, you can always just use a bronzer. I'm going to use a brush like this that's kind of flat. Look at the orange hands, love that. As you can see, the brush is kind of flat. I'm going to use this color. It's more of like an orangey brown. I feel like that will look really, really pretty. And I'm going to start on the outer corner and just kind of pack it into my eye, and then work in towards your inner corner. And bring it up about 3/4 up the way on your eye. It kind of just pops your eye a little bit and just creates that really nice bronzy look. My pet peeve is when eyeshadow isn't blended, so I'm going to go in with this fluffy brush and just really make sure it's super blended. Okay, just like that. Now this is my favorite part. I'm going to get a brush kind of like similar to what I just used. You can't even see, which I love. there, just like that. And I'm gonna get the same shade that I used, and I'm gonna bring it down on my waterline. I feel like this looks so pretty. Don't be afraid to be super messy with this, because I feel like it just looks good either way, honestly. Okay, that's the eyes almost done. As you can see, it's a very natural bronzy look. Now, just to finish it off, I'm going to use the Anastasia Glow highlighter. It's such a nice golden color, and I'm going to get that same brush that I used last time. Where the f did it go? Oh, and I'm just going to put it on my inner corner. That's the eyes done. As you can see, it's very natural, very Victoria's Secret-esque. Now we're going to continue with the highlighter, and what we're going to do is I'm going to get a big fat brush, and I'm actually going to put highlighter on my body, because I feel like it looks so good when your body is all highlighted. So kind of like go like this and really get like your collarbone showing. See? It's so pretty. Just place highlighter on your body pretty much, and then if you want, you can always put a little bit here if that's your kind of vibe. If it's not, don't do it, but it's my vibe, so I'm gonna do it. Now I'm just gonna put more highlighter on my nose, because I love a good nose highlight. Now it's time for the nose contour, the nose cinching. I can't do this to save my life, so don't take my word for this, but we're gonna try together. So I'm gonna use this really minuscule brush. I'm gonna use this bronzer, which is more of a dark kind of toasted bronzer. It's more of a dark bronzer, which is really nice. And what I'm gonna do is, first I'm just gonna start under the nose like that. Ugh. Oh no. And then I'm gonna do a little line. And then I'm just gonna do a line on each side. Probably should have looked up how to contour. Now I've seen someone do this, so I'm gonna do this, and hopefully it looks good. Okay, don't do this until I see if it looks good. Hopefully it looks good. Sorry if you've already done it. Let's spritz my face. I kind of forgot about that, so sorry. And then I'm just going to blend it in. I'm going to use like an eyeshadow brush and just really blend her in and pray that this looks good. Kind of tickles a little. Oh, did that just make me look like a reindeer? I feel like I'm looking like a reindeer, like not a cute one. Okay, so maybe don't do that, but I've already done it, so we're just going to have to ignore it. Actually, it doesn't look that bad. Okay, moving on. Now I'm going to do mascara. I already cheated. I've already got a bit of mascara on. I've got this pot of mascaras. If I had falsies right now, I'd put them on, but can you focus? I'm going to use this mascara from Benefit. I'm just going to add even more mascara on. A little hack to like make your mascara really prevalent is do this. Go from like the outer corner like that. It just really coats all your lashes. I did get like a big chunk on my eyelid, but no one will see. This mascara is really good. I've actually never used it. It's the Roller Lash by Benefit. It's really good. Okay, now it's time for lippies. Hopefully this can pull together this whole look. Okay, I'm just gonna get a bit of toilet paper. I've lost my makeup pad. I'm using toilet paper, but I'm just gonna get a little and take off all my concealer on my lips. This will make sure that the color of the gloss actually shows, you know what I mean? Now it's time to create that really nice like pinky glossy color, which I love. So I'm gonna start with my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. This is like the perfect pinky nude color, and I'm gonna use the Mary Phillips slip technique, which basically you start from your outer corner up to here and kind of drag upwards. And then when you get to here, just create a little X and then do the same thing. So I'll show you. Don't overline from here to here either. Just kind of follow your natural lip line. And then when you get to your Cupid's bow, that's when you can really outline a lot. Okay, just like that, and then you do the exact same thing on the bottom. Just like that. Now the lips looking big and luscious. I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk in the lip balm lipstick and kind of just spread that out. I feel like this is like the ultimate Victoria's Secret lip gloss color. It's so pretty. It's also a lip plumper, so if you have sensitive lips, I do not recommend it. But if you don't have sensitive lips, it's so good. It makes your lips look ginormous. Those are the lips done. I love that lip combo. It makes my lips look so big. Normally I'd finish off with a tiny bit more powder bronzer, but I can't find my powder bronzer anywhere. So I'm just gonna try and use this and just blend it in, but don't use a cream bronzer, use a powder bronzer because it just won't look as good, trust me. Now I'm going to do one last spritz. The hair definitely is not giving Victoria's Secret. I'm just going to try and like fluff it up at the front. That right there is the final makeup look. As you can see, it's super glowy, super nice. I'm absolutely obsessed. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys subscribe. Let me know what other videos you guys want to see from me. And also let me know if you guys recreate this. And tag me on Instagram. My Instagram's down below. Or even DM me. I'd love to see your beautiful faces. Anyway, bye-bye.